You know, after today, I don't know, I'm gonna check how many kilometers I did. But clearly, today, I deserved that. Okay, after this break, I took a shower because it was starting to rain. So the time that I went to the train station, I was wet like hell. But today was a great hike. It was long, off trail, met people. I mean, like, everything that you like and beautiful scenery. I mean, like, that was like unexpected and great. So I started at this observation tower and I had a very good night of sleep. I just wake up and the sunrise, and it was like beautiful weather, beautiful view, packed down my tent, everything cool. And finally I decided, okay, let's go for this extension of today trail, because I was planning to just go back to Usby via the Skoneleden one. So that was like an estimation of like 10 kilometers, 12 kilometers, something like that. But I was like, okay, you know what? It seems very nice. Let's do that trail today. So I started over there on that trail, and after the few kilometers, I stopped because I had to cross a field, and on this field you had two bulls. Yes, I can cross field with bull and cow, but it's kind of a safety thing. I'm like, what if a bull is trying to charge me? I'm too heavy loaded to outrun him. I can try to scare. I can scare a cow or a bull. Problem is, if I'm not scary enough and it decides to charge me, with those big horn, I'm like, yeah, is it a risk worth taking? Because if I'm alone and I getting into this kind of trouble, yeah, it can be problematic. So when finally I decided, okay, I'm gonna take it cool, I'm gonna stick near the barbed wire, of the field, and see if I feel something bad, I jump over, fuck up my clothes, but fine, I jump over and I stay alive. But then I met two hikers, two Danes actually, which were very nice. Name of the guy was Thomas and his wife Miriam, I don't remember the name, I'm sorry for that. But they were very nice, and they were actually wondering the same, should they cross with the bulls? And we basically just went. And we passed by the bulls, there where they are. There were two bulls and a few cows. But that was just the beginning. After basically the first field with the first bulls, came another field with like maybe roughly 10 bulls, like just a pack of bull. And we didn't have any cover. We just, tried to cross the forest, aside of it. But it was like, we hope everything will go fine, and everything went fine. Then after we arrived to a marsh area, and it was like pretty hard to find the trail. There actually at one point we lost the trail, and we just crossed with the marsh using the trekking pole to see where we are putting the feet to not just fall in. And so that was good also to not be alone on that things, because I'm like, this is kind of slightly too dangerous for me. If I get into that and I'm in trouble, yes, I can call emergency, but will I be able to call emergency? Fine, everything went fine. We went completely off trails. We went through some other fences, other barbed wire, and we basically managed to find the trail. We're like, good, we found it back, and then we continued. And honestly, like near this big lake that you can see on the map, it was just beautiful. You had this field full of like high grass and flowers, beautiful. And this small like press island, I don't know you call that, like it's not yet an island, but it's just linked by a piece of ground. This was also very nice. And we crossed one big river with a way which was a kind of funny. You can see that in the drone shot in the end. It's basically, like some kind of raft that you have some kind of cable, and you just need to think in order to pull the things to you, and you go on it, and inside you have the things to pull. And it was just a funny thing to see how inventive you can have on this. Why not putting a full bridge I don't know, maybe it's less expensive, I don't know. I think a full bridge would be, you know, like a rope bridge or whatever, would have been simpler. At least was fun, but just I know that it's closed on the winter, so fine, maybe it's not, maybe I'm gonna go in the winter there just to check it out, but it was a very fun way to cross a river. And we continued, and basically we split way, where last time I was, you know, heading out of the Skåneleden, and I went in the direction of Ösby, they went in the direction of their car, and it was very nice to meet them, and really, you know, it was a very nice afternoon with you guys, and thank you for that. And basically after I continued on the Skåneleden 1, instead of taking the road which goes straight, I just did like everything, like all the hills and so on possible. You know, it was funny to do, because the last time I did it was in winter, so it was a bit harder to do, and now it went much more easy. The distance is still there, it's still a long distance, but it went fine. What else? Otherwise, it was just that it was like forecasting raining today, and it did not rain. Just in the end, when I took a shower after my pizza, you know, but fine. There is one thing though, there is one thing I want to say. One funny thing that happened today, this is a milestone for me, as since I make YouTube video, you know, there is those kind of milestone that you can have, you know, your first subscriber which is not your friend, or this kind of things. And there is one today that I reached, is when I woke up this morning and, you know, open up my phone, and my phone tell me, you got a new comment on one of your video. I'm like, I like to read comment, you know, it's very nice to read comments. Sometimes it's like feedback, people say you can improve that like this. I really love it. And this one was a hate comment. It was just pure insult, and it was like, yeah, you will never be Swedish, you are just an imposter. I was like, oh my god, I got the hate comment. Isn't that fucking great? I almost wrote back to the guy, say thank you, you made my day, because first of all, I'm not near to become a Swedish. That, I think, if you know me, you know what I'm talking about. And second of all, it was like, gosh, now I reached that much that now haters gonna hate. You know, it feels great. It's funny, I just got a hate comment, somebody straight in my face insulting me, and it feels great, because it just means that now I reached that point on my YouTube channel, and it just was a funny comment to make. Now I leave you with some drone shots, and I hope you enjoy it, and I'm gonna soon edit that video in a proper way. Bye bye.